Her parents gave her a poisoned mindset. Asia Wilson, Nike is putting out a signature shoe, giving her a logo. She's got a shoe contract. No one's going to buy her shoes. Nike knows it. Everybody knows it. There's no demand for an Asia Wilson shoe. She is, for lack of a better description for the WNBA, she's Tim Duncan, a great player that everybody respected. But no one was running out to buy Tim Duncan shoes because he plays a boring brand of basketball.
I'm bored. You're boring me.
Highly effective. Hats off to Tim Duncan. We respect you. The big fundamental, isn't that what they called Tim Duncan? No one buys tickets. No one shows, hey, we want to see great fundamentals. No, we want to see people flying through the air and dunking the basketball. We want to see things done that we don't believe we can do. We want to see people launching long three-pointers. We want to see Steph Curry. We want to see Kobe Bryant. We want to see Michael Jordan. We want to see LeBron James. We want to see Allen Iverson. Tim Duncan, great player, 5-time champion, 2 or 3-time MVP, one of the greatest players of all time. But no one cared. And Tim Duncan didn't whine about it. And Tim Duncan didn't say, oh, my journey has been twice as hard. It's been 10 times as hard. And so I want to go back to the beginning of her statement. Roll it back to the top of Asia Wilson's comments. This is why this is key. She didn't say, man, when I grew up, it was 10 times as hard. I would turn in the perfect paper at school and the teacher would give me a C, even though it was the perfect paper and it was better than everyone else in the class. She didn't say, oh, I would go out on the basketball court and I would score 38 points and they would only credit me with 28. She didn't say, I got cut from the team even though I was better than 10 of the girls they put on the team. What she said was she grew up with her parents telling her something. And I contend her parents were telling her something that was untrue. Asia Wilson, who's maybe 30 years old, maybe, she didn't grow up in a time where you had to be 10 times as good to get half the credit or an equal amount of credit. And she doesn't even contend that. What she's contending is that her parents poisoned her brain with bad information and made her feel like, oh my God, the world is out to get you. And despite your best efforts, you're only going to get half the acclaim and credit that you deserve. That's a myth that her parents put in her head. And we need to stop putting that myth in our kids' heads. And I'm talking about, even for me, when my parents, well-intentioned, when they told me that, when they repeated to me what was told to them, which was true about them and their generation, it was not true about me and my generation. And it damn sure isn't true about Asia Wilson and her generation. We're poisoning the mind of young people. We're telling them, prepare yourself. We're going to let you out of this cocoon and you're going to be a victim. You're going to be oppressed. We're telling you that. It's not about what Asia Wilson experienced. This isn't her lived experience. This is what her parents told her. This is not something people should realize instantly, because I can't even say that I did. Particularly those, all of us here in America, but particularly for those with darker skin color. Our ancestors made incredible sacrifices so that we could have all of this opportunity that sits in front of us. And instead, we're poisoning our young people with the mindset of, oh boy, you're already defeated. Things are going to be twice as hard for you, when we should be pushing them out of the nest and telling them, go out and conquer the world. You're on God's team. Jesus Christ has your back. You cannot be defeated. Trust me on this. That's what we should be telling people. But instead, parents, particularly black parents, are telling Asia Wilson what she was told. And so she has taken on difficulties and obstacles that she's never faced, never in her life faced. And this past season, where more people watched her play than ever before, and she's, oh, it wasn't enough, it wasn't about me. And this whole thing, if you really think about the mindset of Twice as Hard, this isn't about preparing your kids for success. This is about doubling the credit that they get for having success. This isn't about, hey, let me turn around. Anything that I do here on this show, anything that I've done in my life, anything that has won me any type of admiration, success, or whatever, it's not me, it's God. Trust me on that. I'm a horrible human being. Anything you like about me, it's not me. Anything that I've done well, getting up out of bed this morning, that wasn't me, it's God. But we've come up with this Twice as Hard deal to say, anything I did, hey, I'm the best garbage man in the city. That's the accomplishment, that's the equal of being president of the United States, if you're black. It's about getting more credit. That's why we run around and be, I take care of my kids. Well, that's an incredible accomplishment. You did what you're supposed to do. And you beat your chest about it and say, because I'm black, that means twice as much. It's about lowering standards and elevating yourself. It's a mistake. And the reality is, in this new world we've created, this racially idolatrous world that we have created, this world of racial politics and identity politics, the person who actually has it twice as hard, if we're going to go there, it's Caitlin Clark. And I know people won't want to hear that. But A'ja Wilson is not reviled in the WNBA by her peers. A'ja Wilson gets to sit courtside and preach to her peers about their privilege and gets to tell them what they think, and she gets to walk around and act like she is the queen of the ball and she's everything and no one can question anything that she says or does. If someone questions Dejanay Carrington about poking Caitlin Clark in the eye, oh my God, you've treated her in an inhumane fashion, and the whole WNBA Players Association is going to put out a statement. How dare you ask Dejanay that question? Don't you know how dehumanizing it is to ask this woman a question about her actions? We got to cut it out.